Hey Aiden, how's it going, buddy? Sorry, wasn't really watching the YouTube stream, but how are you? Just streaming on YouTube tonight. Right now, didn't want to get too distracted on this one. Requires a little bit of focus and attention. You're doing good tonight? I see a couple people have joined us on the stream. Welcome, guys, who's just popping in. May I ask the name of who else is on here with the stream with us? Aiden, where are you from? Tell me again. There's so many Aidens over here. I know that you may have found me from TikTok, but remind me again as far as what city, state you're from. What kind of work do you do? Texas. I'll try to be a little not as talkative on this one, but I'll check on the live chat every few minutes. So if you see me quiet, it's just because I'm trying to focus and concentrate on the repair. It's part of the reason why I didn't go on TikTok this evening as well. Just wanted to focus a little bit more. be able to see the stream okay. Let me know if I need to adjust the camera. Sometimes it slips. I slip up and then I don't really see. So it'd be great if you can help kind of check the angles as well, Aiden. Thank you, Aiden. We do what we can where we can for the clients. I'm just watching. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate the company out here. It is a little bit, helps ease a little bit of the anxiety to know that you guys are here with me as well. To be quite frank, repairs aren't always, doesn't always go smoothly, and sometimes it does trigger and pull a little bit of anxiety. So it's good to have a little bit of support. Emotional support, as they say. Matthew Calderon, part 3. Yes, finally here, Matthew Calderon. This one is so intricate that I chose not to put it onto TikTok because there is a chance that something could go wrong, and can't help but say it is a little bit embarrassing when something does go wrong on during a live stream. This is an actual live repair, so kudos for the people who post these things up during live stream, doing these sort of repairs at this level and doing it during a live stream. It's very nerve-wracking and stirs a little bit of anxiety. Some of these parts are a little bit irreplaceable given the amount of time that we have. so you kind of have only one shot at it sometimes. Matthew Calderon, where are you from? I may have asked you before, but where are you from? And what kind of work do you do? Can't help but say that I want to make a, I do want to make a TikTok of it actually. How to repair your back glass. Step 1, remove the screen. Step 2, pull the battery. Last step, remove the motherboard. Apologize. Stomach's growling a little bit. Missed a little bit of lunch. Breakfast. I had to make a couple errands earlier today, so didn't get a chance to grab breakfast nor lunch yet. But it's okay, we'll just make a big dinner. Gives us a chance to make a TikTok for the team. Sheesh. Oh, there it is. Lower plate. It's getting kind of quiet in this chat room. Is everyone doing okay? Sometimes the tension is so high. Don't know if it's affecting you guys or not. How often do you actually mess up a phone repair? Oh man, quite often. To be quite frank with you, and that's just answering honestly. Anybody that tells you that they never mess up any repairs is, I would say, pulling your leg. And more often not, what I seem to bump into. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a coffee. Oh man. Apologize, guys. Okay. So the question was asked, how often do I mess up on repairs? And the answer was, let's say I do 1,000 repairs. They may, most of them are recoverable. I would say out of 1,000, probably a handful. Important thing is to know that they are recoverable. Where there's errors, where it's irrecoverable, those are the ones that are like most frustrating. Come on, there's got to be a screw underneath here. What kind of work do you do, Matthew Calderon? Must be an antenna right there. Okay. I appreciate you joining me on the live stream tonight from Burger King. It's like making a burger, for example, and saying that people make burgers and never mess up. Yeah. Who makes a perfect burger, right? Like the ones you see on TV or an ad, where it's like a perfection, but in reality there's no real such thing. There's always slight imperfections here or there. We just have to be human enough to admit our errors. This way we can learn from it rather than deny or make claims to say that we're error-free. There's no such thing. It's in the nature of what we do. How long have you been working at Burger King for? Quite a bit of electronics to transfer still. Zachary Ferguson, happy Monday, my friend. Good to see you on the YouTube stream. Tonight I'm streaming exclusively on YouTube because this one is a little bit more intensive, and I didn't want to get too distracted on TikTok or any other streams. But welcome to the stream, and hopefully you enjoy it here as much as you do at TikTok. And of course, happy Monday to you as well, my friend. So positive, spirited. I vaguely remember, Zach Ferguson, that you also had aspirations to do something different as well. I know that you work on cars and you service vehicles for CarMax, but I also vaguely remember you had aspirations and interest to do other things. I can't really put a finger on it though. Matthew Calderon, if you're working at Burger King, how old are you, Matthew Calderon? Law. I just enrolled in my classes today. Law 2. Are you planning to be on the prosecutor side or the defense side, or just both side? Some people are better at have their interest more on prosecuting, and some people have their interest more in defending. Some people are just they just want to practice law in general. "16. It's my first job." Matthew Calderon. Well, congrats on your first job. It's always going to be one of your most memorable jobs. My first job was Radio Shack. I don't know. I think you guys may be too young to remember Radio Shack, but I remember lots of details about it. The interactions with my first boss. It's great memories. And to have you joining and enjoying joining me and enjoying this stream, Zachary. It's not very often that I get young lawyers and attorneys to enjoy the streams. I typically imagine that this kind of stuff is wears them out more than wears people out in general, rather than entertain them. I want to start out as a paralegal, so just assisting with a firm. Okay. That's always how people start. Become an apprentice first and work your way up the ranks. It's a respectable way to start. If I was planning on hiring somebody, I would like to hear that they started from the ranks and slowly made their way up. Sheesh. Can't really figure where this piece goes. There you go. That's all too common. During phone repairs, you just can't really figure out where the parts go back at. As clearly as I mark things, it's just not really that easy to try to recall everything from memory. You can always take the time to rewind the videos, try to follow back up on video notes, but it's so time consuming that it becomes cost prohibitive. So all too often one has to recall everything from biological memory. So that's why sometimes you'll see that it's not really easy for me to remember details such as followers' names and other important information about them, where they're from, what they do, and that's why I have to ask the questions so multiple times when I have guests and visitors to the stream. So hopefully that helps explain to you guys. It's not a excuse, not a really a good excuse to forget people's names, but it is what it is. Must be hard working on customer's device. I'm used to working on cars to get them ready for the dealership. I feel it's less stress than a customer's device. Yes, very true, Zach Ferguson. There is a little bit of like stress and anxiety, like quite a lot actually. There's always that chance, that risk factor that, you know, there's a chance that it may not come back on again. Nerve-wracking, but at the same time, it is, I think, a little bit of a thrill factor as well. That I think other techs can share on this matter. It's almost like it's hard to explain, but secretly there is a thrill factor that, hey, there's a chance of loss on it. It's almost like gambling, so to say. But to a certain degree, it is gambling, but not really at the customer's expense, but my own expense. Let's say if something does go wrong, the person that's ultimately liable for it is myself. So I would end up paying for any damages. So it's not really for the faint of heart, or for people who says, well, for the guys who doesn't really like to take risks, or guys that have like a how can I say, I gotta be careful how I phrase it, but if their wallets are a little bit too shallow, and they're doing somebody's $1,000 phone repair or something, it's nerve-wracking. And that's not so-called bragging rights or anything. I definitely don't want people to think that, you know, phone doctors here like deep pockets or anything like that. It's just you gotta be prepared to take the risks. I've had cases where I've had to front the risk for other technicians, associates, employees, and quite frankly, it's part of the reason why I also would rather downsize and work with a smaller team. Don't really want to carry the risk of other associates repairs. It's and that's all I can say. It's pretty gosh darn stressful. There are times where I had to replace I literally lost like $2,500 in one day, and it wasn't a fault of mine. You know, that's gotta erode and stress you out a bit, you know, when you have to pay $2,500 in losses of your own pocket. You know, it wasn't really like, you know, you can't really say, well, it's the business's money, so, you know, it's the business that paid the $2,500, not me personally per se. But since I was tied so closely to that location, it ended up being $2,500 of my own pocket money. And these things are hard to explain to associates, team members, and employees, because inside of their mind, they would like to believe that, you know, it's it's not their fault, or, you know, they would like to shift the blame shifting and fault shifting to the customers. And the problem with that is that if we're constantly blaming the customers rather than take fault, we'll end up losing clients. So yeah, thank you for bringing up that point of discussion and topic, so that this way people do understand better about why certain things are priced the way they are as well. All too often, viewers will just see the raw numbers that I post up on TikTok and not really realize the hidden risk factor Sometimes it's a slip of the finger working on like a laptop, say a MacBook Pro, and the MacBook Pro screen cost would be upwards of $500 to $600, and it's just not ethically right to send a screen back to a vendor when the damage was incurred by the technician. So those are some of the problems associated with repairs. And you know, if it was like, say, for example, if you disallow a technician to work on a certain repair and they continue working on it without your authorization, in reality, it's not the fault of the business owner, it is the fault of the employee, because they didn't follow the commands and orders of the business owner. But the problem is that you can't really, on a business level, you can't really approach the employee and say, hey, you know, it was actually you at fault, the employee, not the business owner. What would happen is that the employee would get their feelings hurt and threaten to resign, which is is hurtful and harmful for the business. So, you know, sometimes business owners, they have to take that so-called cost, absorb it upon themselves if they want to keep their employees. It isn't really fair for the business owners, but I guess that's a cost of running a business. You have to take on those risks and absorb those risks. And sometimes newer business members don't really factor that in, so they bill the wrong price, billing too low or something like that, and they just will offset it by making it up through other means, through other customers or something. It's just I think we see that in any industry, not just my industry. I think the old timers, they call it stealing from Jack to give to Tom. It's just not right. Who else is on the stream with us? If you're popping in, please mention your name, where you're from. I see 5 people in the live chat with us, so welcome and thank you for joining us. This is 11 Pro Max. I don't have an 11 Pro Max actually. It's a long battery for working on. Max. Holy smokes. You won't be able to do that one time. 6 people in the live stream with us. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. Zach, how's the MacBook coming along? Are you did you get done with it yet, or are you ordering some more parts? Gosh darn it. Another part that is, gosh darn hard to identify where it's been pulled from. Just Sebis, hello. Just Sebis. How are you? Super embarrassing if I get this phone back together and it doesn't turn back on. Hopefully it comes back on. There's always that risk, that chance that it doesn't come back on. Okay. Sheesh. Excuse me, guys. Okay, I'll have to come back to that one. Hello, R. Travis D. Scott. Welcome, users 62 from TikTok. Finally here. Good to see you on here as well. Yeah, just focusing a little bit on this repair. Thanks for asking. How was your day today? Got a little bit of the sniffles, so I wanted to cover up myself from the dust. Looks like we have a few screws on here that were removed that didn't need to be removed. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, they're accounted for. Battery and back glass. Hi. Hi. Uh-huh. Streaming. Almost done. Reassemble. Just about fixed. Travis D. Scott. A little bit more to go. 2 months. Lily.